The Houston Rockets are in 7th place in the Western Conference with a record of 17-15. They are in a very good mood, having recorded 2 wins in the last 2 games. First against the powerless Detroit Pistons, and then against the Brooklyn Nets by 112, 1-1. And again, Paul Prince-Sengun with 30 points was dominant for the Houston Rockets in the last game, and Fred VanVleet added 21 points. The Houston Rockets entered this season with modest ambitions. The reality is that the team from Texas does not have playoff quality, but they persistently deny it game after game. Most responsible for the excellent games of the Houston Rockets since the beginning of the season is Sengun, who improved much faster than expected and grew into one of the best centers in the league. His games gain even more importance, given that the team's also playing very well. The arrival of VanVleet turned out to be another good move by the Houston Rockets, so this team is currently one of the most interesting in the entire league. They can beat anyone, but they can also lose to anyone. The Houston Rockets entered this season with modest ambitions. The reality is that the team from Texas does not have playoff quality, but they persistently deny it game after game. Most responsible for the excellent games of the Houston Rockets since the beginning of the season is Sengun, who improved much faster than expected and grew into one of the best centers in the league. His games gain even more importance, given that the team's also playing very well. The arrival of VanVleet turned out to be another good move by the Houston Rockets, so this team is currently one of the most interesting in the entire league. They can beat anyone, but they can also lose to anyone. After being dominant in the opening part of the season, the Minnesota Timberwolves started losing games in the series. They're not entering this duel in a good mood, since the New Orleans Pelicans were better than them by 117. 106, with 35 points from Anthony Edwards and 22 points from Karl Anthony Towns. The Minnesota Timberwolves are still first, but now with a record of 24-9 and just one more win than the second place Oklahoma City Thunder. The Minnesota Timberwolves entered this season with a desire to make a step forward compared to the previous ones. Despite having a superstar in the form of Karl Anthony Towns throughout, they couldn't possibly do better in the playoffs, from which they would normally be eliminated at an early stage. With the arrival of Rudy Gobert last season and the maturing of Anthony Edwards, this team became much better, as evidenced by the first part of the NBA season. The Minnesota Timberwolves have excellent players in both directions, both offensively and defensively, so they are considered one of those complete teams. What could be a problem for the Minnesota Timberwolves is that they always need 2 extremely motivated leaders in order for this team to outplay a quality opponent. If only Edwards or Towns are at a high level, it will not be enough. Last season they played 4 times, and the Minnesota Timberwolves won 3 times. Absences and injuries, the Houston Rockets are not counting on Dylan Brooks and Victor Oladipo, while Tari Eason is questionable. The visitors will be without Jalen Clark, and Luka Garza is questionable. The fact that Brooks will not be ready for this duel is a positive thing for Anthony Edwards, for whom this game will be another opportunity to score 30-plus points. Without the best home defender, it will be easier. Although Sengun is having a great season, on the other hand, he will have to face Gobert, which will not be easy at all. And Towns will be able to use all that and be dominant against the Houston Rockets. Because of all that, this is a favorable matchup for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and our prediction is that the visitors will win. Our prediction is Minnesota Timberwolves to win.
I will be